Hi, I'm Brak. Yeah, it's Brak the War Boss here, once again with another video, and this time we're going to be looking at the Gearguts releases for April. So let's go and have a look. Okay, look. Just put you onto the North American site at the moment, just so you've got a visual why I do a little bit of admin type stuff. Okay, Gearguts puts out 25 releases per month, so they're on some of the sites at the moment because there's 3 stores where you can actually buy the Gearguts stuff. And there's the North American site, and so everything that I'm going to show you today, you can actually purchase on this site right here. Don't worry about the links, I'll put them below in the description. If you're like me and live in Australia, of the things I'm going to show you today, there's 8 of them up, but don't worry about that. I'll tell you a little trick. And for the UK site, which is fully cycled, they only have 1 at the moment. But don't be too disheartened. If you see something that you like, send them an email. They've all got email addresses down here. You can go and check out down here somewhere, and you can have a chat. Say, Brak sent me. I saw something on here that he showed me something, but you don't have it. I'd like to buy it. Let's do a deal. And I'm sure they will do something for you. That's probably the best way to do it. Okay, first thing I'm going to show you isn't a model for the tabletop. It's a paint pot holder, which is ideal for holding paint pots while you do your painting. And great looking design. I have seen these in action. The people who have them say they're great. If you're looking for something like this, check it out. Now for the stuff that I like, the models. Oh, let's have a look at this. It's a pirate veteran, and it's the 3rd in the range. That's why it's got C. So they're a bit flashy, aren't they? Interesting looking varied weapons of sorts. This one's got it sort of powered by cords. Maybe this has got an energy device. Well, there's some energy devices there, and there's some really nasty looking dagger things on top, and there's a little git trying to find things. And being the pirates, there's an eye patch, and I believe this guy has a pipe in its mouth. So nice looking stuff, good stance, yeah, nice kit. Okay, we're going to see quite a few of the Bruiser Guard line. This is the boss, and their bosses are normal average boss, so about the size of this, which is a little bit bigger than your average war boss. So a nice good size for a boss, be great on the table. And I do love the little tin hat. So, and this claw is good looking. I'm seeing I've got a lot of leg guards here. Very simple design here, I suppose. They're ready for war, they're not mucking around. I just want to get straight into it. And is that a little pouch on the front there? So he puts all this stuff. I mean, he needs to write things down because they're more in line to be more militaristic and be strategic, aren't they? The Bruiser Guards. Yeah, this would be great. And I think I might try get some more stuff off this line for my blood axe. army, which I'm planning on doing. Well, I'm in the middle of doing it. I'm getting a small contingent. I want to get all the clans, so I'm just sort of working on having a smaller blood axe force. I almost lost my words there. I shouldn't do that. That's not going to make for good viewing, is it? Ooh, the Bruiser Guard looted tank. Now, unfortunately, if you are a competitive player, you can't put something like a loot wagon on the field. There's again for other sort of open play. Just a little sad, but regardless, it's a nice looking design, isn't it? It's very tankish looking. Shooter at the front, some lenses, big ass gun at the moment. There's a hatch up the top. I do like the skull motifs on the tread here. There's some nice little extra spaces if you want to put extra glyphs or some extra gubbins. I just getting a few gubbins of recent, so yeah, I'm really liking how he's doing that in his designs. Okay, Bruiser Guard Shock Troopers A. That means it's first in line. That doesn't mean I'm turning into a bogan. So you're safe there. Alright, we have shooting type weapons, slashing type weapons, cute little tin hats, and backpacks. And they're in a very dynamic pose, which sort of envisions movement, which I quite like. It's a good looking design here. I'm a bit unsure about the star. I think I prefer the star on the Goblin range, but it's on here. I suppose if you don't like it, you can always shave it off, or you can just keep it. And I'm not quite sure what that is. See a close look, I can't tell. My old eyes. Yeah, these are great. Now, these are so good. When I saw these when I was preparing for the video, I went, wow, I got to have that. So I went on to OTP Terrain and I bought it. I wasn't going to. I'm trying to save my money for when the codex drops, but I just had to have these. They are going to be a great addition. Now, what I really like about them is this big ass gun. I do like the sort of the cannon-esque big gun type barrel, and here's the cartridge. The cartridge, a little bit is it small? Is the right size? It just seems that those bullets would be a little bit small for the big ass gun, but nah, I don't think it really matters that much. And yeah, look, good. I think there's one of the cartridges on the back on that backpack there, so that looks interesting. And there's the star again. Look, he's just starting to load up. I went out, I bought it, I got it. It's going to come to me in about 4 to 6 weeks time. I can't wait till it arrives. Hey, Goblin vehicle gunners. These, well, you could put them on a vehicle, say the looter wagon we just saw, or maybe you've got one of the Dakar tanks, or one of your own battle wagon that you've made, or maybe you've kit bashed something. This would be an ideal addition to that. Or you could do what I'm thinking of doing, is actually putting them on 25mm bases to make a slightly different variation troop. I'd have to get 2 of those kits and to flesh out for 10, a squad of 10 grots. That's what I'm planning on doing, because I reckon they look really cool. Love the hats. Love the hats. Love the big ass weapons. Quite comical. Let me try to move them around and fire at the same time. Yeah, he's quite funny, isn't it? Well, I find it funny. Bruiser Guard Truck A. You put one of those gunners on this and give it a little extra shooter. So there's a shooter there. I find what I do like about this, it's almost realistic. it's a bit reminiscent of historic army trucks in the past. You've got this tarpaulin or canvas sort of enclosure where you've got the guys sitting inside. This nice big bull bar or bumper bar. What would you call it? I call it a bull bar. We have them to stop cows when you're driving along the Australian roads, but I'm sure they might have a different name. If you call these things a different name, tell me what they are. I'd like to know. Yeah, look, this is a great design for a truck, and it looks like a truck. You could put it down, and people wouldn't say, well, what's that? You go, well, it's a truck. Duh. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is nice. I think I'd like 5. Hey, I definitely want more than 5 of this little beastie, isn't it? Goblin biker. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Did I mention wow? Nice. So we've got the Rebellion Star, big ass shooter, and 2 little grots or goblins. This guy's probably doing the driver, and he's probably he's got a button there that he presses so the bullets come out of there and they shoot things. It sounds like a wonderful plan. If you wanted, for shits and giggles, why not add one of these little buggers to them? That would look great. I think I've got an idea. Coming soon. Alright, some more bits. Well, last month there was quite a few smaller bits, and I said that was great. It'd be nice to see something a bit bigger. And lo and behold, Gearguts has delivered. You can't get any bigger than a tread for a large tank or a track or a battle wagon. And yeah, these are fantastic. I'm trying not to say fantastic a lot this time. That's my little trick today. Anyway, we do see this design a lot in Gearguts model, so it's a Gearguts garden variety track, and looks nice, looks functional. I do love these motifs on the gubbins in here, and yeah, I reckon it'd be great for any scratch build or kit bash project you've got lined up in the future. That's assuming it's a vehicle, of course. Might look a bit silly on a grot. But this wouldn't look silly on a grot because they are grots, and they're goblin hatches. So we've got 5 little designs. We've got one over here in the far right, and it's all closed, so the goblins are probably in their vehicle having a nice cup of tea. And this one's a bit unsure. Maybe this is there's a lot of banging and bullets are whizzing by, and he's going, do you want to poke me head out? And over here we've got 2 here, and I suspect they're going, you put your head up. No, you put your head up. No, you put your head up. And we've got a braver one at the back here. He's sort of venturing out. He's being a bit cautious, but yeah, he's a lot braver than these little fellas down the front there, isn't he? And then we've got an important goblin. We know he's important because he's wearing a hat. And he's probably saying things like, oi, go over there, oi, do this. Or he could be saying, get me closer, I want to shoot them with my thing. That being a shooty gun thing. Let's make it Orkie Warboss. Now, some of you may not know who Let's Make It Orkie is. She is a content maker, mainly works on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Really good content. She's mainly on Twitch. I've seen 1 or 2 of her stuff on Twitch, mainly because she's from the UK and I'm in Australia, and I like sleeping. Enough said. But what I have seen is good. Go check it out. I'll put the link to YouTube, I think, below. There'll be links to some of her socials down in the description below. I would really go there, check her out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And if those people, you probably, and if you already know of it, you're probably going, yeah, do check it out. Yeah. And by all means, she's very good. Okay, but what is also very good is this beastie which Gearguts has made for Let's Make It Orkie. And this claws seems to be a departure from normal claws. I think so. There's my boss again. So he's not a. So there's more square-looking claw where he's put his arm in, and whereas this is more of a sleek design, cybernetics, but it's very similar. Is it? Or is it an evolution of this design? Oh, no. Oh, is it? It might be. It's similar. I think he's going in that direction. But yeah, so we have a nice little design there. I think it's like, I do like it. It's not as bulky. It looks sleeker. It looks sleeker than your more boxy design. I still don't mind the boxy design. I think it's good. It's just nice to see claws or fists. Bit of variation. So variation is good. Variety is the spice of life. It's a bit like garlic, really. And if you're gonna have a knife, at least you're holding it in the right way if you need to go around and do nefarious things. I do like the gas mask, or is it a painting mask? And we also have 1, 2, 3 squigs. A lot of skulls, and I do like this skeleton. That looks really, really cool. There you go, War Boss, Let's Make It Orkie. It's guard crew, and there's 5 of them, and they are in a sitting position, so that you can put them in the back of trucks. I think Gearguts has a few truck designs which are open topped, or you could put on a wall or a building. So here's a wall I prepared earlier. You could probably plonk one on there while he's sitting, contemplating wars and things like that. Whatever orcs think about. And you like him, there's a couple of guns, a couple of knives, and they've all got tin hats and their backpacks. It's your typical Bruiser Guard, really. I like it. Statue A. Now, this is more of an effigy than a battle piece, but you could use them. I think they're quite big. I believe they're around about the size of a Morganaut or a Gorgonaut, so they're going to be huge. And yeah, they're going to be really, really huge. So, but it's a nice looking thing. Lots of skulls on the feet, and this looking skull looking mouthpiece looks really, really interesting. And he has 2 claws. So one would think that the god who this is edifices? Yeah. I think the god they're trying to praise here with this effigy is probably more brutal than cunning. And this is Statue B, and he has a gun, very similar design. So there's a shooty weapon and there's a claw, and that looks like a hologram device, very similar to what we have seen probably 6 months, 8 months ago when the Skarnir boss model was released, and there was he had a little holographic boy that he was talking to on there. So I think that is the holographic platform that hasn't been turned on yet. And I would suggest that this effigy, being a shooter and a claw, is praising to a god that is more cunning than brutal. And here we have some more Bruiser Guard, and these are the assault gunners, and they're running into action with their little tin hats and their backpacks and their quite very large shooters. Yeah, nice looking design, and groovy looking helmets. Okay, this is great. Oh, I gotta get me some of these. I think I need 5 of these. I think it's a Goblin, Scout, Copter, and look at all those rockets. And I do like the design here for the checkers. Makes for nice painting, and I do like the raised star for the Revolution Star. And instead of the Copter blades, you have these big fan forced type blades. And of course, and similarly to the biker that we saw, we've got a shooting Goblin, and one does firing mechanism, and the other one does points the beast where it needs to go and flies the thing. Well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, who knows. Speed Bruiser Boss B. Now, so we've got this mask helmet arrangement on these Speed Bruisers. Now, it's got this nice little cutting design, which is, the idea is that they're using this to cut through the atmosphere, so to speak, so they can go faster and get to the enemy a lot quicker. And there's better angles on some of the other stuff coming up. I'll give you a bit of an indication about this. Now, I do like this design. I really like it. I also like the checkered on the armoured, the leg armour down here. That looks quite nice. The skull on the belly piece looks quite nice too. And this clenched fist, it just he's running in ready to punch something. I really, yeah, this would be a great boss to have. Now we're back to more Bruiser Guard, some pyros. So they're ready to flame some things, and attached to their backpacks are some little canisters which will probably have flammable liquid inside them, so they can go and toast their enemy. And we've got some tin hats, so this is a little bit different design on the tin hat here, and it looks like it's been patched up. Maybe it had a previous owner that lost it because something nasty like a bomb fell on it, put a big hole in it. This guy went, oh, I'll have that, patch it up, she'll be apples. Do orcs eat apples? Ooh, I like this a lot. It's the Speed Bruiser Mechanic Boss with wormhole cannon. That's the first one in its line, and it's a really good rendition. No, it's not the right word. Well, it's a new make on a very loved weapon. Most orcs do like the weapon that it is trying to emulate. Here, something that fires through Gretchen, through the warp, but this is a wormhole gun, so it does fairly similar things. And yeah, look, it's a great weapon. It's a fantastic weapon. I like it. I'll probably get this one too in the future, especially if they do this. I'm not quite sure the Speed Bruiser head is. I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm concentrating on the guys with the tin hats. So if there was a tin hat, if miraculously a tin hat boss mechanic got one of these, I'd probably snap it up. And what else do we see? Yeah, look, nice design elements here taken from various parts. Now, last month we saw the fan blade, and we do see these little like pawn pieces used for mechanized gubbins. But this, I think these leg guards are new. The corrugated leg guard, that looks quite nasty. I'm not quite sure what I'd be need with that, and I definitely would not like to be headbutted with this mask helmet contraption here. And look, we can see there's more depth. There's this big, like, well, it's almost like a rhino horn, but it's not. But I wouldn't like to be headbutted with, that's for certain. And there's a little device here to control the weapon. Yeah, I really like this. Oh, some glyphs for the speed bruisers. And yeah, so they've got various shapes that we've seen. So we've got the head with the, so this is like the top of the mask, the eyepiece and the rhino horn. And here is, so the full pass, so he's got the jaw protector as well. And maybe this guy told this guy a joke because he's having a bit of a laugh. And this one didn't like too much because he's poking out his tongue. And yeah. And this one, he's having a snack. Nice, tasty skull. These would be great in vehicles, buildings, extra stuff. I like how Gearguts is putting more gifts out there for us to use on our vehicles to help with our builds. And a Speed Bruiser Herald. Yeah, and it is a banner fitting for a war, isn't it? Now, I love how the design goes through. So we've got the pointy rhino-ish mask, and we see the same design element here on this and this. And then so this could also be a little bit of a orc or a boned head as well, and which follows through with an orc face here. And I love the skeleton. Look, it's like we've seen the skeleton before, but this time he's got arms. Chained, but they're arms. And the protective legs are corrugated, which I quite like. I'm loving the claw. Yeah, this is nice. This is really, really nice. And these are nice too. Speed Bruiser veterans. And look at them running into the fray with their large choppers. They're a large chopper, aren't they? And they're little guns. There's one here with a claw. They might be a bit bigger. These veterans, so they're probably a bit bigger than your normal bruiser. And they're definitely running into the fray. And yeah, there's that helmet I actually quite like, but I'm not getting just yet. And these are new. We've seen a few Dogosaurs before, and these are Dogosaur riders. They look great. I think that these guys have got out and snagged themselves a beast or two. Especially this fella. He didn't have a good time capturing this one, did he? Look, he's got some scars on his face. But he's going to enjoy himself. This guy's having a blast. He's just, look, sitting there, cackling away, running towards the fray. He's not running. He's on top of a beast that's running. And he's having a good time. This guy's a little bit serious. He's thinking about, I don't know, I'm not sure what he's thinking about. Maybe he left the stove on, is a bit worried, so wants to get and do some bashing through, and hopefully his hut hasn't burnt down. No, that's it. It's getting late. I'm going silly. And the final that we're going to see, the 25th design, is another mechanic, and it's the Speed Bruiser Shield mechanic. So I would say that there's a force field that has been customly made. And we're seeing the guard again, the corrugated guard. He's stepping on some skulls down here. This protects you. There's the squiggly lines look quite nice. And that's meant to represent speed of some sort. The shooter looks quite menacing. And there's this a breathing apparatus of sorts at the front there. It's it's well worth having a look. And there you go. 25 new things from Gearguts. Well, there you have it. 24 models and a paint holder, all from Gearguts. So yeah, go check them out. Go to all the stores. So you've got the American, this one here, the American site, the OTP terrain for Australia, Australasia, that sort of area, and UK and Europe have fully cycled. Now, as I said before, not all what you've seen are on the websites, but just give an email, ask them. It never hurts to ask. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If so, please like, subscribe, share. It'd be muchly appreciated. And would also be appreciated if you could help me out financially. You can do so through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, like the names you're seeing right now have done. So they've helped me out, and if you could do so, that'd be muchly appreciated. And so I'm off. I'm going to go to bed. It's been a late night, a long day, late night, so I'm going to bed. But I'm going to leave you with one more piece of advice, and that is, if you're going crumping, remember to bash early and bash often.